All right, so now we're looking at a graph and we're trying to find the equation from the graph. Now this is the exact same process but backwards. We still are trying to identify A, B, H, and K. Those are our most important values, A, B, H, and K. So on this graph, our A value is from the center line to the max. So here, from the center line to our max is 2. Our A value is 2. Our B value, now this is a little bit harder to find. What you do for your B value is you take the period length, which in this case, from one point following the wave back to the exact same point, that complete wave is 4. So the period length here is 4. And we know period is also equal to 360 divided by B. So to find the B value, all you do is substitute 4 in for the period and solve for B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by B to get the B out of the denominator. And then what I'll do is I'll divide by 4 to get this 4 off of the B. So this is actually 360 divided by 4, which is 90. So our B value here is 90. Now here's where it gets somewhat tricky because this equation wanted us to have this be a cosine graph. If we were to just take from this point to this point as our graph, this is actually a sine wave, right? It goes from the middle and ends on the middle. Instead, we know cosine starts at the top, a top point, and ends on a top point. So I'm going to pretend like this starts here and ends here, meaning that if this had been the parent function, this point right here would have actually started here. Instead, it's been shifted. It has a phase shift of -1. It's been shifted to the left 1. And it hasn't been shifted up or down at all, so our k is 0. So I have everything I need to write this equation. Y equals, first comes our amplitude, which is 2, cosine of our B value, which is 90, and then x, now remember inside the parentheses is backwards, so I'm not going to write -1, +1, means that I actually go to the left one. And this is my equation. This was our A, this was our B, and this was our opposite of H, -H. And if there had been a K, it would have gone on the end.